My niece is marrying a man who treats our entire family poorly, and after they asked for financial help for their wedding by referencing my late husband's life insurance, half of our family decided to skip the event. For context, there's a 21-year age difference between me, a 28-year-old woman, and my eldest brother, which means his oldest daughter, 23, and I are close in age and grew up as close friends, not just relatives. I've always been her favorite aunt, someone she confides in about issues she doesn't share with her parents. She'd talk to me about her relationships and friend troubles. During her college years, she'd call me to pick her up from parties or bars. When her boyfriend proposed, she called me at 6 a.m., bursting with excitement to share the news. Her fiancé, who is a year younger than her, has been with her for 3 years. She graduated college in May 2024, while he's set to finish his biochemical and microengineering degree in May 2025. Their wedding is planned for a week after his graduation. He's highly intelligent, introverted with a sarcastic sense of humor. From the start, our family welcomed him, inviting him to gatherings, vacations, and giving him gifts for birthdays and holidays, making every effort to connect with him. However, whenever he's around us, he seems irritated, as if our company is a burden. He insists my niece stay glued to him at family events, getting upset if she plays with her younger cousins, including my kids, for whom she's the godmother. He also expects her to leave when he does, even if they arrived separately. My eldest brother defends him, saying his introversion makes our large family overwhelming, and that he's more relaxed in smaller settings. But I've seen no evidence of this, even in one-on-one moments with just me and my late husband. He speaks to us condescendingly, as if we're beneath him. Things worsened after their engagement. Given our closeness, I expected to be part of the wedding party, but she didn't ask me. I was hurt but let it go, respecting her choices. Then, his family hosted an engagement party and excluded all of us. She claimed it was a small event for parents and siblings only, but I later saw social media posts showing otherwise. When I confronted her, she said she didn't control the guest list, so I tried to move past it. Later, she didn't invite me or my mom to her dress shopping, citing limited spots and prioritizing his mom and sisters. When I pointed out that it felt like she was choosing his family over ours, she denied it. But when I asked about holiday plans, her fiancé said they'd spend them with his family. The breaking point came in December and January. In December, she invited my husband and me to dinner. I was thrilled, as she hadn't initiated plans since getting engaged. The dinner was pleasant but awkward, with stilted conversation due to her fiancé. When the bill arrived, it sat untouched for 15 minutes and they didn't offer to split or pay, despite inviting us. My husband eventually covered it. As we were about to leave, they asked to discuss something serious. I was puzzled why they didn't bring it up during the meal, but they asked for money to fund their wedding, saying it was pricier than expected and their parents couldn't afford it. I asked why they didn't wait until he had a job or she had full-time work instead of part-time. I wasn't refusing, but wanted to understand the rush, as the wedding was just 8 months after their engagement. The discussion turned into an argument about financial responsibility. Her fiancé insisted we should help because we're family and implied we could easily resave, knowing much of our money is tied up for our children's future. When we offered $2,000 to help, my niece brought up my savings from my late husband's life insurance. I asked if she thought mentioning my deceased husband would sway me. When her fiancé questioned if $2,000 was all we'd give, we retracted the offer and left furious. Before Christmas, my mom invited them to bake, knowing he enjoys making desserts and bread. He was so rude to her that she came to my house for tea and time with my kids, heartbroken. My dad was livid. Neither my niece nor her fiancé showed up for Christmas. At a New Year's family gathering, while driving 2 of my brothers and their wives home, we vented about our frustration with her fiancé and our wish that she wasn't marrying him. In January, I organized a 50th anniversary party for my parents. Fancy, with RSVP invitations, a private venue, catering, and a semi-formal dress code. We also planned a group-funded Mexico trip for my parents, which my siblings and I financed. Her fiancé was only attending the party as he couldn't miss school for the trip. A week before the party, my niece texted me that he was skipping it for a fraternity event. I told her it was a significant family occasion and that a fraternity event wasn't a valid excuse, especially since he'd known about it for months. She said she'd talked to him, but I heard nothing back. On the day, he arrived late in a t-shirt, jeans, and a backward cap. My mom, still trying to be kind, said she was glad he came, and he replied, "Like I had a choice." He sat silently, not engaging with anyone. During a family photo, we invited him to join, and he said, "This isn't my family." My mom, devastated, left to cry in the bathroom. I pulled him aside and told him if he didn't want to be part of our family, he should leave. I was done with his attitude and disrespect. When my niece tried to follow him, I warned her that leaving with him meant skipping the Mexico trip. She stayed but was visibly upset. Later, 12 adult family members sat her down to explain our issues with her fiancé, but she defended him, saying we didn't know him well and made him uncomfortable. After that, I told my husband I couldn't pretend everything was fine. We declined the wedding RSVP. My niece texted to ask why, and I met her for coffee. I explained that I couldn't support her marriage because I believed he wasn't a good person and was diminishing her independence and vibrant personality. She disagreed, saying I didn't understand, and urged me to attend her wedding if I cared about her. So should we go? Was I wrong to be honest with her? For context, my niece was raised in a Christian household and chose to maintain her faith in college, living independently on a scholarship with subsidized housing and a roommate. Her fiancé shares her beliefs, and they don't live together or spend nights together by choice. She's back with her parents because she's broke and unmotivated, and he lives in a frat house. Her parents expect her to respect house rules, including a curfew, due to her special needs sister's routine. While I agree he's isolating her, their current situation doesn't allow for financial or emotional abuse due to lack of privacy. I believe he's narcissistic. We met again, and I expressed my concerns about her future and his behavior more clearly. We're still not attending the wedding. I told her it's because I love her and would object publicly if I went, rather than privately. I emphasized that I'm always in her corner, hope she'll stay close with me and my kids, and that she can come to me anytime. I hope I'm wrong about him. We got her some registry gifts meant for her, not him. She said she'd reflect on everything, so we'll see what happens. To those suggesting I didn't consider the long-term impact, I assure you I did. My family is everything to me, and I don't want to hurt her or our bond, but I couldn't stay silent anymore. Update, I didn't expect more to share until after the wedding, but things escalated. My daughter and I attended the bridal shower in late April after my niece insisted. I confirmed it was okay to bring my daughter, as other kids would be there. But she was the only child present. One sister-in-law said she was told not to bring her 3 daughters. The groom's maternal aunt scolded my daughter for touching things, though I was supervising her closely, and she hadn't. The groom's mother asked if I was trying to ruin the event, and his sister called it rude to bring my daughter. I nearly left, but my niece's 19-year-old special needs sister took my daughter upstairs to play, as she was overstimulated. My niece was upset her sister didn't stay for the whole event. During bridal shower games, I won a "How well do you know the bride" game, and my niece called me her best friend, causing awkwardness since I wasn't in the bridal party. I later learned all the groom's sisters were included, but not me or her own sister. A week later, at my dad's birthday, the fiancé responded to my mom's invitation with, "If I don't have anything better to do, I might come." Assuming he wasn't coming, my mom didn't set a place for him. When he showed up, he acted like a victim, saying we didn't want him there. He was asked to put his phone away at dinner, unlike anyone else. My parents reached their limit when they learned the rehearsal dinner was for the wedding party only, including the groom's entire family, while my parents, the bride's grandparents, were excluded. The groom's grandparents were invited because they traveled from out of state. My niece and her fiancé also asked my parents to watch her special needs sister during the dinner, as she can't be alone. Then my niece criticized my mom's dress choice for the wedding, calling her style old-fashioned and frumpy. My mom, stylish for her mid-70s, shared a photo of a beautiful dress she'd worn once before. My niece reluctantly approved it. Feeling defeated, my mom and dad declined the wedding, returning their gifts. My husband and I did the same. Now only 2 of my 5 siblings are attending. My niece's father, because it's his daughter, and another whose wife is playing guitar at the ceremony, as she's a professional musician and didn't want to back out last minute. That brother plans to wear jeans, a t-shirt, and a hat, mirroring the fiancé's attire at our parents' anniversary, and they're leaving after the ceremony. The wedding is a week away, and I'll update if more happens. Comments and responses. Comment 1. Is your niece using her fiancé's rudeness as a way to rebel against her restrictive upbringing? A curfew in her mid-20s while living at home could push her to use him as a shield to distance herself from family expectations. Did she want to move in with him, but her parents objected, prompting the quick wedding? Response: she's not living at home by her parents' demand. She's broke with only a part-time job and can't afford to live elsewhere. The curfew respects the household, especially her special needs sister's routine. It's less a strict curfew and more a be home or make other plans rule. She lived independently in college with a scholarship and subsidized housing. Our family is Christian but not oppressive. Many of us have our own beliefs. They chose not to live together due to their faith, and he's content in his frat house. She's not a victim of religious control but making choices aligned with her beliefs. Comment 2, why didn't you confront the relatives mistreating your daughter at the shower and defend her, saying you had written proof she was invited? Response: only the groom's maternal aunt spoke directly to my daughter. I told her to address issues with me, and that resolved it. I reassured my daughter she did nothing wrong. Others gossiped behind my back, but she didn't hear it. She was bored and felt out of place, as only my niece's younger sister was there for her to play with. She was sad because my niece didn't acknowledge her. Her afternoon was fine after going upstairs to play. Additional info: the fiancé was invited to family events because my mom, from a generation that prioritizes family peace, kept giving him chances, hoping he'd become a grandson, not cost her a granddaughter. We've been helping her set boundaries. My niece is contributing to the problem, becoming more self-centered since college. She acknowledges his rudeness but makes excuses like stress or his introversion. My brother, her father, is in denial, echoing the same excuses. He was furious when I shared texts of my niece's rude comments to our mom. They've secured a one-bedroom apartment co-signed by a parent, and he has a conditional job offer from his internship, starting after their honeymoon. The bridal shower confusion likely stemmed from miscommunication between my niece and her mother.